while I was doing that, a buddy of mine gave me a bottle of Lagavulin. And I tasted that, and it was the first spirit that I had ever tried that was telling me something more than this is a fast way to get a buzz. It was a story in a glass, and it was so beautiful. And I'm like, I need to learn more about this. And as I start learning about whiskeys, I'm realizing the first step to making a whiskey is making a beer.
Yeah.
It's an oversimplification, but if you understand beer making, you're halfway to making whiskey.
Yeah.
So I went to a library, no internet at this point, and got books on whiskey and started studying. I set up a still in my garage. Kids, don't try this at home. It's still against federal law.
Super illegal.
That's right. Don't do it. Just say no.
But if it's good, send us some.
And if it's good. Made this whiskey, and I'm like, this is good. I don't know why it's good though. And so I reached out to St. George Spirits. I knew St. George by reputation, and I knew that Jorg was Jorg, the founder of the distillery and master distiller at the time, was one of the best distillers in the world.
Yeah.
So I showed up with a bottle of whiskey as my resume, dropped it on his desk, and I said, this is what I want to do with my life. My timing was perfect. The guy who had been operating the stills for him, Bill Mansart, amazing human being. Bill was ready to retire. He had retired from the Navy, went to work for the phone company, and then retired from the phone company and didn't like sitting still for very long, so went to work for Jorg and was running the stills for him. He was ready to be done. He was ready to retire in earnest. And Jorg said, look, we'll try you out for a month, see what happens.
Okay. And short leash.
Yeah, and if Bill says that it's working out, then we'll bring you on full time. Next day, I quit my job at the brew pub. I'm like, it's either this or nothing. Month went by, and then 30 years went by. And here we are.
Fastest 30 years of your life.
Yeah, and the best. It's such a great time because I jump in and in a very Mr. Miyagi fashion, I say to Jorg, I'm not Mr. Miyagi in this instance. I'm Ralph Macchio, right? So I say to him, hey, I want to make this whiskey. He's like, great, go distill those pears, go distill those cherries, wax on, wax off. And